A volte accade che il nome di una gamma di imbarcazioni diventi
Sometimes the name of a range of boats becomes so popular that it indicates a type of boat. That is what happened with MENORQUIN. Everything started in 1968 on the island of Minorca, from which comes the name of these boats. Juan Sastre started taking inspiration from fishing boats to develop a luxury yacht.
Imbarcazioni da pesca per realizzare uno yacht di lusso. Certo, Juan non avrebbe mai
Juan didn't know that we would remember him 44 years later on board the MENORQUIN 68 Flying Bridge.
68 Flying Bridge.
Small fishing boats have become timeless luxury yachts. This is thanks to those who, over the years, have not distorted the initial design, kept the shapes of the deckhouse and the nautical decor, but improved the hull by turning to an internationally renowned Spanish designer, Inigo Toledo. This is the range's strongest point, holding on to a style that reminds us of the value of experience. It is a boat pervaded with natural art. Look at the fair leads for the mooring lines. At the same time, everything that technological evolution has given us over the years has been used to develop the product, a clever fusion of past and present. What about the future? Well, I believe that in a few years, these boats will still be as they are and really timeless. The flybridge is fitted with forward-facing sofas for 6 people. There is a large dining area and a sun deck. There is also room for a possible service cabinet. The sunshade awning has a very strong support structure. There is a sofa in the bow and then an immense sun deck. I stood on the edge just to give you a sense of its size. Up to 8 people can dine together in the cockpit, which is located beneath the wing and has a teak ceiling. Even the front French door is made of teak. The upper part of the guardrail is embellished again with teak.
Le proporzioni delle diverse aree.
The proportions of the different areas are similar to other boats of the same type, but the dimensions are not. Here everything is really large.
Molto grande.
In the construction process, there is a craftsmanship component. These are not mass-produced boats, but they are built to order. The layouts are chosen by the client among the different options presented by the shipyard. Wood, upholstery, and furniture personalize each model. In addition to being a boat, this can become a home that can help you understand the naval arts and the charm of living by the sea away from the city. Here, you really feel like you are on a boat, more so than on other yachts that are now too much like villas. To go below deck, there are 2 stairs, one to reach the guest cabins and the other to reach the kitchen and the crew quarters. It is very private. The master cabin is amidships and the bed is exactly in the Barry Centre vertical. This is an ideal position to rest. On one side there is a cabinet with many storage spaces and the vanity. On the opposite side there is a sofa. Toward the stern are the bathroom and the walk-in closet, while towards the bow are the TV and the library. There's a very large suite dedicated to the guests despite being in the bow. It is perfectly symmetrical and on each side there's a wardrobe. In the entrance hallway to the cabin, there's the door to the bathroom. They spared no workmanship in order to make sure you could find a place to store your items.
Sistemare I vostri oggetti.
The third cabin, with twin beds, has wall cabinets on the bulkhead and a large wardrobe. The bathroom is in the lateral access. They built cabinets in every available space. The wood you see is all solid bleached oak.
In questo caso di rovere sbiancato. E poi, se do un pugno.
Then, if I punch, I feel the sturdiness of this structure and imagine the absence of vibration.
Se penso a come utilizzare una barca di questo tipo,
If I think about how to use a boat of this type, I imagine long-distance cruising without time limits or travel plans. I also imagine night cruising in displacement mode to find myself the next day in a new port, or better yet, a new coast to be explored and discovered.
Una nuova costa da esplorare, da conoscere. MENORQUIN 68.
MENORQUIN 68FB is equipped with two Volvo Penta engines with 725 horsepower each. Obviously, a shaft-line propulsion system is used on a boat of this type.
Velocità di trasferimento.
Our transfer speed is 8 knots, the engines are at 1000 RPM and their load is very low. They are idling. The combined consumption of both engines is 24 litres. 3.3 litres are needed for each mile.
2,3 litri per ogni miglio.
Now let's increase the pace and see the difference.
Vediamo la differenza. Ha un incedere così morbido, dolce.
It has such a smooth and gentle gait that I don't actually feel like going faster. I just enjoy it at these speeds. We're at 10 knots, the engines are at 1300 RPM and total consumption is 50 litres.
È di 50 litri ora complessivi. In pratica la percorrenza
Practically, the range is 5 litres per mile.
5 litri per ogni miglio. Tutto ti fa sentire a bordo.
Everything makes you feel at home on board a ship, even the rudder wheel.
È chiaro che all'aumentare della
It is clear that as speed increases, so does consumption. But is it worth it?
ne vale la pena? Intendo dire, forse conviene scegliere la giusta.
I mean, it may be better to choose the right speed and save some fuel. So, with the same amount of diesel, we can go farther.
Riusciamo ad andare più lontani. Il Golfo di La Spezia, la giornata è spettacolare.
It is a wonderful day here in the Gulf of La Spezia. There's a long wave, but it's not enough to challenge this boat. So let's go get the waves from a wake of a quite large yacht that passed.
Lasciata da un grosso super yacht. Avete notato?
Did you notice how smooth it is, even in these situations?
In realtà, considerando
Actually, considering the torque and power curves of these engines, you can choose even higher planing
di
speeds.
planata ben più alte. Motori a 1950.
The engines are at 1950 RPM, the speed is 14 knots, and the total consumption is now 150 litres per hour. But let's go find out the top cruising speed of the MENORQUIN 68FB.
del MENORQUIN 68 Flying Bridge. 17 nodi.
We're travelling at 17.5 knots with the engine set to 2150 RPM. And now, full throttle.
Giù la manetta. Abbiamo i serbatoi del
We have
carburante.
fuel tanks that are 3/4 full.
All'aumentare della velocità, gli
As speed
interceptor
increases, the interceptors stop acting. Lift off, let us run faster and get us up to 22
e
knots.
arriviamo a toccare i 22 nodi. Ma
But this is not the way to use a boat of this type.
imbarcazione di questo tipo. Torno in dislocamento.
I go back to displacement mode and I enjoy the navigation in absolute silence and comfort. And I imagine myself navigating for a long time to go as far as possible.
Per andare il più lontano possibile.